is ripping.
My tummy hurts.
Pretty good right now.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. This is Brett with Off the Chart Trading. It's Friday, February 11th. Market is closed. Just wanted to go over a little bit what we were looking at this morning. First thing I want to turn your attention to was SMHs and XLK. So SMH is down 14 points here. Pretty big move, 5% for SMHs. This morning pre-market, we were looking at SMH. We were flat on day. We had a little bounce here. Thought maybe we were going to take off, but we were under the moving averages. We were under moving averages here, under VWAP, and under volume profile. Profile center point of control about 279.30. When this thing broke down under that, it just free fell. Took everything with it, and as well as the XLK. I was watching the XLK out of the open here. Down 466. It was pretty much the same chart. Just kept continuing to fall. Took everything with it. Especially AMD. These Lotto Friday plays are just amazing. If you're catching these plays, if you're trading the setups that I trade, and the way I teach how to trade these setups, if you're trailing this stop or trailing something short under the 17 moving average, this is a 1 day. So this is yesterday and today. If you're looking at these under the 17 moving average, the way I trade this, teach everybody to stay short below or long above the 17. There was no reason to go long this stock at all today. If you're watching this now, again, let's look at today. Today, this thing was definitely below the 17 moving average. You're looking at about 125, 126. So if you're looking at the 126 or 125 puts, these things are up 798%. 61 cents they opened, went to 13.15 end of the day. We get a little push from the talk about war and everything, but this is a great trade. Any of these trades will work if you're taking that and watching the indices or watching the spiders, like I said, the XLK or the SMHs. You're watching semiconductors, you're watching XLK. Now, if you're watching energy, let me show you NVIDIA first before I get off here. NVIDIA was down $20. So again, this is the same setup here. If you're looking at 2 days, this broke down yesterday afternoon. It never recovered. So the way I teach this on this candle, if you're looking at this, here's the way I teach it. You had one green bar here, but you didn't even come near this moving average. The way I teach this trade setup, you didn't even come through to zero on the momentum. So this is a perfect setup trade. And then again, here's today, extended really far from the 17. I use a few other things. You guys are welcome to come in and learn how we trade these things, about the expansions and consolidations and expansions, inside bars, etc. But any of these things, Tesla, just free fell, never recovered to 17. Any of these ones that are beat up really bad today, Shopify down $44. Any of these ones for Friday that were just beat up under the 17, never recovered. Google, perfect example, never closed above the 17. No reason to stay long in this thing at all until you recover the 17. So this moving average has worked really well for me over the past year or two that I've been perfecting this strategy. Again, the way I trade with no wicks on this Heikinashi channel, the moving averages that I trade, the perfect setup for any of these trades. They worked really well. Booking broke down. Now Booking had Booking had a nice little pop this morning out of the gate, but then it broke down. So you break down, you get under the 17, you get no wicks, and you get a really big move. This thing's down 122 or 115 at the end of the day. Amazon, same thing. You don't even have one green candle on the 15-minute setup, staying under the 17 moving average. So if you want to learn this strategy, like I said, come on in, learn it. You can't be biased in these markets. Markets are ripping up, ripping down. You definitely can't. There's 80% of this stuff, 90% of it's, I got 86% out of 2,000 stocks I watch are down. On this watch list right here alone, 98% of the stuff I trade is red. 98%. The only one green was Roku. And Roku didn't have a great day either. I mean, it was down. Roku ended up 14 cents on the day. but it was down most of the day. So it had a pop here, but this was a really nice run down from the 171 down to 163. About a $7-8 range. So I mean, it was up earlier, but had a really nice move down, especially when they announced this war talk. So we'll get to that. Energy. As soon as they started talking about war, this thing started bouncing around. It did have a really nice rip here at the end of the day, but it was long out of the gate. Energy had a really nice move out of the gate. We got a Gush. Gush is the S&P oil and gas bull 2 times. The UCO did well. UCO up 593. FANG. Diamondback Energy up 538. All these things worked really good. XOP, Phillips 66, Hess, all these things up $4. XLE up 236. BTU, Peabody Energy, all these I can go on and on. Halliburton, Marathon, Bloomberg Energy, Schlumberger, VLO, Valero Energy, all these things did really well today. So a lot of sectors were down. XLK down 466, XLE up 236. So what do you want to play? You play long or short? Find the weakest ones and short it, and find the strongest ones and go long. So the other thing was I was looking at, as soon as that war news came out, Lockheed Martin, we get a big pop here right at 1 o'clock, 1:30 when that news came out. This thing ripped. This thing went from 389 all the way to 399. We get a $10 move here in about 25 minutes. Really nice end of day push here. And if you're playing those at 390 calls, they were at a quarter, right here at a quarter. These things raged up at almost 1,000% to 810. They had a high 810 here, but there's no reason you can't catch these moves if you're really paying attention to the markets here. That's Lockheed Martin. Look at this one, NOC, Northrop Grumman, right? Northrop Grumman, 130. We're at 387, 390. You call it 390. You're playing these breakouts. This is a perfect breakout here. 390. This thing is 10 cents. Down here at 10 cents. This thing had low volume, 198 contracts. But as soon as the war talk came, this thing ripped all the way up to 842. These contracts did really well. The out of the money ones, these ones went 19 cents to 649. 19 cents to 649. So, I'd like to play the more liquid ones. Lockheed Martin was more liquid, easier, 3,500, 3,600 contracts. This one here was, you can see somebody with smart money was right here. They're buying 1,500 contracts out of the gate here at a quarter, and then this thing's going to 450. I mean, that's crazy money, right? Same thing here. This thing was at a penny. It was down here at 4 cents. They're buying 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 contracts, and this thing in 15 minutes is ripping to $1.70. So imagine buying 100 lot at a dime here, and you're getting $1 or $1.50 out of it, So anyway, yesterday it was Affirm. Affirm was a big play yesterday. Really, they leaked earnings yesterday. Saw it. Somebody leaked it on Twitter. This thing jumped from 82.50 all the way down to 52.50. So $30 drop on Affirm in 10 minutes, 5, 10, 15 minutes, $30 drop on Affirm. No reason you couldn't have made some money there. Today, again, same thing. Here's your setup here. You're looking at, you're under 17. You get, this is the end of the day yesterday when they got that news. If you go to just today, this thing just dumped. It's, we don't even have one green candle. There's no reason to take this thing long. We did play a little bounce here and there on it, but there's no reason to take this thing long and hold it long with this huge drop all day. If you're day trading this, if you want to swing it, might be a nice dip buy entry here. But this being so extended from this moving average, there was no reason to go long here unless you're swing trading this for longer term play. But really great short today on the firm. Another one was Upstart. Upstart was down 6. You can see we never closed over this moving average at all. Never closed over it once. Rivian had a nice little sell-off today. GameStop actually had a nice move up. GameStop had a really nice move up here. 122 to 130, about an $8 pop there. It did sell off with that news with the war crap, but nice plays up and down either way. NVAX had a nice move. Moderna, everything went up and went down. So for a day trade, don't be biased. Take your money and run. Take your profits and run. Turn around, maybe short it. War news, short it. There was a bunch moving. I can go on and on and on. We saw a bunch of pennies popping today too. TGGI, we're up 11.5%. ATYG, no. RMBW, no. What else was it? I think it was UCPA. Yeah, UCPA up 178%. This thing I saw in the scanner out of the gate, 007s, it ran all the way to penny and a half. So almost a full penny on 1,000,000 shares. That's 10 grand right there. If you just catch half that move, it's like $5,000 on just 1,000,000 shares. So a lot of times I don't trade under 1,000,000 shares on these plays. Usually trading 2 to 4 million, sometimes 7 to 10 million. But really nice, easy play out of the gate for the first hour here on this UCPA. Another one, EEGI was up 37%. I remember IGEX was up like 26, 28. This was 004 to 006, about a 20 tick run here. So 20 ticks, nice move there. So anyway, if you guys want to join us, offtecharttrading.com, or hit us on the Facebook group at Off the Chart Trading, all capital letters. Join the group and look around. See if you need any help. Just reach out to us, to myself or Nick or Ed. We're in here every day trading live in the chat room, and Nick and Ed are running the alerts on Slack. And I got a service I'm trying to set up some AI right now for starting to alert more on the alert side for people that are working and can't get in here. So, all right, you guys have a great weekend. I'm out of here. If you need me, you know how to get a hold of me. Later.